Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one, as usual. Today I wanted to touch on something, a case about a person that I really meant to put on my channel. I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because um she actually came through at the same time as somebody that is my relative, that is my loved one. So I think that hers got lost in translation, but I have received a lot of information. I thought I put it up here, but I never did. I wanted to touch on that today. A young lady by the name of MILLETE. Um, this was about a year ago. I was watching. Well, first, before I get into all of that, I will come back to that. But I just wanted to also tell y'all what I did with my day today. So today, it's almost like I woke up with this on my mind. Actually, it's almost like I went to bed with this on my mind, like in the middle of the night. So it was the morning, like technically the next day, but ever since I went to bed, before I went to bed, I had this on my mind. So I spent today trying to get in contact with families who I have information in which that could help them get justice, or the angels help them get justice, certain people in certain cases. Um, and I just tried again. I mean, it's a very, very discouraging job. It's a very discouraging gift to have because everybody wants to think that you're crazy because you have spiritual information. Everybody has these gifts, but for some reason, whenever I say something, it's like never listened to. It was only listened to one time. And the reason why I was listening to the one time was because that case was actually going on as I spoke about it. So that's the reason why they was taking all leads. So that's the only reason why that it was taken in. But the rest of the times, as a matter of fact, the um the case I contacted a family member with today again. I just tried a different family member because I don't want to be a burden on anybody and I don't want to harass anybody. I just believe that this person reached the angel on the other side, reached out to me because they wanted justice and they wanted everyone involved in what happened to them to pay for what they done. Like, it's a situation where it's two other people that, need to be held accountable for what they have done. So I just tried to uh, put it in the most um, receivable way possible. So, yes, I've been contacting certain families with any information that I have. I just don't want to give up on this. You know, I don't want to be harassing nobody, but I don't want to. I feel like this information, no, I'm positive that this information is coming from the other side. So if they're spending their time trying to communicate with me because they want something to be known to their loved ones or to authorities for their benefit, to benefit justice for them, I cannot um, just throw that away. I mean, it's certain things I have to back off because people refuse to believe, but I don't want to defy, I don't want to call them victims. I don't want to defy my angels. I don't want to defy the angels that came to me hoping that I can help them. So that's what I was doing today. So now let's dive into, um, oh, before we dive into my MILLETE, um, first, I want to say if anybody has a way of me getting in contact with Takeoff's mom, uh, if you have any way of me doing that privately, please hit me up on my email. My email is in the description. I just or you could text it to me on this phone number that I have where you can send me texts. You could actually call me, but I'll more likely answer the text than the phone call. So also, if anybody has a way to get in contact with Shanquella Robinson's father, please do so. Please do the same thing. Contact me at my email or via this phone number via text. Send me a text of the way that I can get in contact with him because I believe that's the right family member for me to um get in contact with because I just feel like the mom cannot handle it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just get that. She seems so strong, but I don't feel like she can handle it. Like, she been let down a time too many. So hopefully, if anybody knows how to get in contact with Shanquella Robinson's father, or please get at me in my email. That's in the description box as well. So, all right. So now I'm about to dive into Miss Maya Millette. Okay. So, um, also I want to say, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if this is your first time being here. I appreciate you being here. So, the things that I wanted to touch on with Maya Millette, I actually have uncovered all this stuff a year ago. I'm so surprised I did not put it up here, but like I said before, it probably got lost in translation because I was dealing with a family member at the same time and some type of injury, which I'm going to touch on that too. They both had similar injuries. I feel like that's also how angels come to you. Like if anybody starts to experience what I have, that's how they come to you. They come to you in like groups of either being through the same thing, um, kind of like the same circumstances. I was just looking so or like the same circumstances, um like or the same injuries or fatal wounds have fatal things have happened to them, or they have been a victim of the same type of crime or by the same suspects. So just something to keep in mind. And so that's what happened. Like, so it was like a year ago. I was watching Chris McDonough's The Interview Room, um, when Maya Millette's sister and her husband, I think it's the sister and the husband. If not, it's the husband. I did talk about this. I remember saying this exact thing. If it's not the sister and the husband, it is the husband is her brother and his sister's her sister-in-law. But I don't think that's right. I think the sister is her real sister and her husband is the brother-in-law. So anyway, I talked about this about a year ago. So as I was watching this, um, because I have been actively meditating at this time, actively enhancing my spiritual power, actively building my gifts, they felt they should reach out to me. So I just happened to be watching. I was just watching it to watch the interview room. But at this time, Maya and My nephew, like I said, it was somebody close to me, um, have both reached out to me. I don't know if he brought her to me or if they both were trying to communicate with me at the same time, because that's kind of what it felt like. It was both of them there, and because both of them was there, both of their fatal wounds became almost like clairsentient to me. I felt what was their fatal wounds or one of their wounds. Okay. So both of them had some type of chest injury. This is what I felt. So I was watching Maya Millette, and they weren't even talking about the case. He was just talking to the sister and the sister's husband, trying to show his support. So I felt this fatal wound, and I said out loud, like, because I knew it had to be them, because I don't know, I don't have problems breathing or anything like that. And all of a sudden, it was so hard for me to breathe. Like, I felt like somebody, I literally said this out loud, I feel like somebody is standing on my chest. And I said, I felt like I thought I was going to TIA. I don't know if I can say that, but I felt like I was going to. So, so I said, okay, I acknowledge whoever, but I assumed it was her because that's what I was watching. So I said, I acknowledge what you are showing me. Now, please take it away, because it was so strong. Like, I really could not breathe. It literally was like, and I really feel like that's what her husband done to her. So anyway, um, so let me try to give a little briefer of what has happened to her. Matter of fact, I'm going to continue to do it the way that I'm doing it. Talking about the interview room, talking about what I experienced, and talking about. So I started deep diving into this. I started asking questions. I started trying to take in what is happening. Okay, so why was I shown that? What happened? And I said, so her husband, Larry Millette, uh, was the prime suspect in this disappearance of her. Okay. So I said, did he stand on your chest? Because I literally said this out loud. I feel like somebody standing on my chest. So I said, did he stand on your chest or whatever? And I think she said yes, that he stood on her chest, or at least had a foot on her chest. Like, trying to make her feel defenseless. I don't know if this is before or after she was alive. I don't know. I don't know if it was when she was alive or not. But he stood on her chest. So let me ask that now. Maya, was that one of your fatal injuries? Yes. Okay. So so I started asking, so it was one of her fatal injuries. It was. So I think it was the fatal injury, the chest. So he might have uh broke broke her rib cage or something, or caved in her chest literally. Is that what happened, Maya? Yes. Oh wow. So that was one of her fatal injuries, if not the fatal injury that took her life. So um so I started asking different questions. I was asking all different types of things to try to find out what was going on. So why was I shown this? As I'm watching the interview room, I'm actually asking, just trying to get particulars on what happened to her, because I was not familiar with her case. I just was seeing her sister and her brother-in-law on TV, looking for her, searching for her, trying to see that this man, Larry, her ex-husband, is held accountable. So I asked a bunch of questions. I found out this is what I had got, that she, now I'm not sure that it was that she was SHOT. I don't know if I can say that. That she was SHOT with a gun 8 times, or she was SHOT at with a gun 8 times. So which one was it, sweetie? Was you hit 8 times? No, he shot at 8 times. Yup. So yeah, so she had told me that. I had knew nothing about the case. It was something else that she told me as well. Well, it was a lot of things that I cannot go into, um, because it's too personal and it's too vulgar and it's too crazy. But I had asked what type of gun it was, and I had got a 40 Glock. Y'all. So I just wanted to say that, because none of this stuff is known, because she has never been found. Also, I had um a vision when I wanted to know where she was at. It was like I envisioned. So also, when she went missing, um tracking his car, he had went to this place that was like 2 hours away from home. Um, and I think that authorities went to search there to try to find her, but they might have been looking a little bit in the wrong place. Now, I had a vision that it was like, okay, this is the best way I could describe it, because it's hard to make somebody see what I saw without. I should draw it. I should draw it, because I know it could be received better if I drew it. But okay, this is the way I could describe it, trying to make y'all have a mental picture. So imagine a tall rock peak something, and imagine somebody put some type of explosive or something on top of this rock, and then when it exploded, it just went into different like shrapnel, or um what did I say before? Shards of glass or shards of rock. It was like that. It was like somebody had blew up this whole rock, and it turned into little spikes of a rock. And it was a place like that. It looks like weird. I don't even know what to describe it as. It almost looks like some type of challenge or some type of, I don't know. I can't even say maze. I just don't even know what to say, what it looks like. But it looks like different uh pointed spiky spikes of rock all over the place, as a result of like it exploding or something. Like that's what it looks like. And that's where he put her. When he bought, so it was reported that he drove 2 hours to so it was reported that he drove 2 hours with his child. I can't remember if it's the youngest child or the next to the youngest child, but he had one of his children with him, drove just 2 hours where he allegedly dumped her. So, and I believe that is where. And it was dark gray rock. Well, it's like I want to say rocks, but it's not rocks. It's like as if a rock was exploded. So it all went into different pieces and sprouted out in different directions. But that's where he put her. And I asked God, is it a way that she could be rescued, or not rescued, but found? Um, if they went back there and looked for what I'm saying. And they say yes, but I think it would have to be like a helicopter or something lowering a person into this thing, because it almost looks like a great deep hole, because of the way that this rock is separated in all these different ways. It's like you just can't see it with the naked eye. You have to be lowered down there to get her out of there. So that's the only thing that I seen, that she could be lowered. So um also I wanted to talk about something else that had to do with, well, if I remember, I'll come back to it. But I wanted to also say that this was a beautiful, lovely young lady. She had the voice of an angel. This video of her singing. Um, she was a beautiful soul. She was a beautiful mother, and it's such a shame that she was taken away like that at the hands of a person who was supposed to love her, who vowed to love her for life. But so also I learned that she has the birthday of one of my baby cousins. And my baby cousin is not um living. So I'm gonna say this. Her birthday is May 1st. That's Maya's birthday and my baby cousin's birthday. I was so shocked to find that out. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that part too. Is there anything I'm forgetting to say? No. Okay. So um, I just wanted to put out in the atmosphere or in the public eye. You never know who would be listening, and you never know who it could help or what authority it could help if they actually listened and went back to the place where they searched, where they found out that man drove for 2 hours with his child, and go find a place around that has, it look like shrapnels of rocks, or you know splits of rocks. It's so crazy, but it looks like that. It almost like, I don't know. I don't even know what to describe it as, but yeah, they would know what I'm talking about if they seen it, if they went looking for that. So I was shown that more than once. I don't believe it was an accident that I was shown that. I believe it was for a specific purpose, and that is where I believe that Maya is. Um, I just hope that she is found. I hope that there will be justice for Maya. Um, I hope. Oh, so also another thing I almost forgot to say. So they said that she went missing on January the 7th, 2021. But for some reason, I have been getting January the 5th. 3, 4, 5. Look, they just did it again. So I have been getting January the 5th. Um, uh, every time I ask about when did she go missing, I don't know. I can't remember exactly the days and the dates, but I just remember them, neighbors hearing 8 shots, like I was told before I found out the details of the case. And it was something else that I found out. Oh, the Glock 40. And it was something else that I found out before I was told this, like before I was enlightened about this case. But yes, I just wanted to put out what I got about this, my information, and where I believe she is. And I hope and pray that by the grace of God, somebody will find her so that we can have a slam dunk case against this fool that was supposed to be her husband who did what he did to her, and get some justice for her. It was a shame the life that she had to live. She was being, at first, mentally, emotionally abused, and then kinda physically abused. But he was trying to drive her crazy. I don't even understand how she made it through this stuff. I don't understand. Like, he was doing crazy stuff. He was going to psychics trying to um get well, I don't know what they call witches, I'ma say. I don't know. He was going to people because that's not just no psychics. Don't no psychics be giving out spells. That's witchcraft, okay? And that's the voodoo and stuff like that. It depends on what you going for. But like I said, um, he was going to people to get spells to try to put on her. And he was evaluating their skills and spell casting and all this. He was really losing his stuff and he was tripping. He was playing recordings of like trying to tell her that she would want her husband, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know how she made it through this. I don't know how she made it through it because almost everything he tried to do, she found out about it. So, but I said all that to say, I pray that she gets justice. I pray that she's found. I pray that somebody will listen to what I have said and that it will help and that they will find her so it could be a slam dunk case to convicting this man. Either way, I still feel like it's a slam dunk case. If you find the murder, well, you have to find somebody to say that it was a murder weapon. Um, but hopefully justice will be served on her behalf. Thank you for tuning in with me. I appreciate it. Hey, Shar, how are you? Oh my God, I done turned off the thing trying to keep this stuff from making noise, and it still made noise. But anyway, but yeah. So hopefully justice is served on this young lady's behalf. Um, I appreciate the people that came in and supported me, and justice for Maya. That's all I got to say on that. And justice for everybody else who has not got justice yet. So at the end of the day, you said, have you heard the recording? Yeah, he was saying something like, uh, you will not want any other man but your husband. Like, he was saying stuff and he was just repeating these things over and over again. Like, and he would play it on a recorder while she sleep with a speaker next to her. Yes, girl. Oh, you talking about, did I hear? Yeah, now that, I don't believe that was the children screaming. I believe that was her. And she had a fight or flight mentality. I believe it was her. And she had a fight or flight mentality, and that um she decided to fight. She was also trained in mixed martial arts, honey, or she was trained in something like ninjutsu or something. She was trained in something. She was trained in some type of martial arts. So she was a bad chick. Um, but that's why he got that Glock 40, in my opinion. But yeah, he put the children out so they wouldn't know what's going on. But I believe that it was so they said that you could hear crying or something in the recording or whatever. I don't believe that was crying. I believe that was Maya, like, deciding to fight and trying to be so loud that hopefully somebody will hear and called the authorities. But no, the neighbors thought they heard 8 gunshots, and then they didn't even call nobody. What type of stuff is that? Why would you never call nobody if you heard 8 gunshots? That's crazy. I never heard of nothing like that. So that's what the neighbors did. So what she did, and trying to be loud and yelling and screaming, and she was done with his bull crap too. She knew, I believe, when we heard that they were saying was crying, I believe she was at her most enraged, but she was also scared. But she decided to fight. She decided to fight. She was enraged and she was scared at the same damn time. And I believe that's what we heard, her screaming at the top of her lungs. It wasn't no crying. I believe she was going off on him. Like, you want to do something? Well, do it then. And I feel like she was trying to be like, um, loud as she could, hoping somebody would call somebody. But they didn't even call nobody. They heard shots, 8 of them, and still didn't call nobody. So that's so wild. But yup, she was leaving. Yup. And the hell that her husband put her through. Like, girl, you gotta. Did you really see like all of it? Not just the recording, but the spells that he was trying to cast on her, and he was on these people's comments talking about they a good spell caster and all this. I mean, it is some craziness that this man did. So yeah, but yeah, so it is a very interesting story. It is very, very wild too. But yup, I was given information by her. I was sent spiritual information by her when I was watching Chris McDonough's interview room with her family on there. She showed me that one of her fatal wounds was in her chest, in the center of her chest. I don't know if this man caved in her chest or if he put his foot and weight on her chest, because I felt like I could not breathe and that somebody was standing on my chest. So just wanted to say that. Yep, yep. And um yep. So check this out if you get a chance. You say when the first happened, I said he did it, stood over her. For real? He put his foot on her chest too. Yup. And yup. That's so disrespectful, like trying to make her feel helpless after whatever he did to her. Yes. That's that power and control bull crap. But you done tormented this girl for too long and you think she's supposed to stay. We done with that staying shit. If y'all gonna be abusive, we out of there. We not staying no more. We not staying no more. We not staying no more. And I advise all of us women, as many women as possible, to get armed. It's a dangerous world out here. Get armed to protect yourself when you coming home late at night, but also get armed to protect yourself from sometimes the enemy in your own home. Like, it's some wild ones out here, and we be trying to love them and hoping they're gonna turn back into who we once knew, who we used to love. But once it go dark, it's not gonna never come back. Never. It's not gonna never come back. Once it goes bad, it's not gonna ever turn back good. So it's either you're cute to leave or to protect yourself at all costs. So that's how I feel about it. And with that being said, I'm going to be heading out. I'll be watching my Eagles. Okay, they on right now. Out of all days, when I want to do my live, that's when they have Sunday night football at 7 o'clock. What is we doing? So anyway, but I'm about to go watch my Eagles. So I hope everyone will be informed and enlightened from the information that I shared with you. And if you get a chance, go back and rewatch this so that you can get all the information that I put out there. And thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Please like, please share, please sub. Um, if you want to support me and my channel, my Cash App is scrolling across the bottom. And I also have a PayPal in the description. And if you would like to contact me, I have my email and a phone number in which you could text me or call me in the description. So thank you for busting up with me. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.